Greetings, children. Have you gone through the first module of Asia, Location and Political Division? Today, let us proceed with the next part. Have you done the map work which is given? The map work, when you do, it will be easy to proceed with the lesson because you will be familiar with the features and the other places in Asia. Again, now you can take a notepad or a note with a pen or a pencil to take notes of what is being discussed in the module. So take note of it as a mind map you can prepare in the end of the session. Right? Today's topic we are going to deal is Asia and its physical division. So specifically we are going to see one physical division today, that is northern lowland. The entire continent of Asia can be divided into 5 main physical units or physical division. The northern lowland, lowland means plains. The central highland, highland means mountains. So it is in the central part of Asia, so it is called the central highland. The southern plateau, the river valleys, the island groups. This map you can see, the map is also given to you as a separate copy, so you can also refer to it. You can also see now the northern lowland, which is given in the pale yellow, northern part of Asia, and central highland in the middle part in orange color, and southern plateau, it is in the golden yellow. The river valleys, it is given in the form of a dark orange color. Clearer? And the islands are denoted in green color. Right? Now, let us move on to the specifically the physical division, the northern lowland. So lowland means, already we have discussed that, plains. So the level land or the land to the sea level is called as lowland. The northernmost part of Asia consists of the world's greatest continuous lowland. It means that there is no interruption in the plains with the plateau or a mountain. It is extending for a several extent. So that is why it is called as continuous lowland. It extends from Ural Mountains in the west to Bering Strait in the east. It lies between Arctic Ocean in the north and Central Highland in the south. So you can also see in this map again, it is between the Arctic Ocean and Central Highland. Now, if we see this northern lowland, they are roughly triangular in shape. And when we see, they are narrow in the east and wide in the western part. Then there are two distinct parts. This northern lowland can be broadly divided into two regions. The Siberian plains in the northern part and Turan plains in the southwest. You can see the map which I have enclosed along the video where it is clearly been marked. Now let us discuss about the Great Siberian Plain. The Great Siberian Plain, the name it has because of its wide extent. It is the world's largest continuous plains formed by the silt of river. We know that always the rivers form the plains from the mountains. They come, they flow, they deposit the sand and silt to form plains. The same way, this is formed by three important rivers, Yenisei, Ob and Lena. In the map, I have encircled these rivers. You can have a note of it. They flow northwards into Arctic Ocean. That is, they originate from Central Highland and flow in the Arctic Ocean. The most important thing about the northern lowland is they are flood plains. It means that these plains are often flooded. Swamps and marshes. It means the wetty, muddy region. The reason why these plains are wet and muddy means the mouths of the river. That is, mouth means where the river meet the sea. They remain frozen for long period because we know Arctic Ocean is closer to the pole, so they are frozen throughout the year. Therefore, the water from the mountain, while they find their way to the sea, that is Arctic Ocean, they cannot reach the ocean as the ocean was frozen. So what happens is wave overflows and collects on the flat land. That is, the river is completely spread out in the plain, making it very, very swampy. The western part of the lowland is a flat plain, okay, when compared to the eastern part. The next one is like it also has so many lakes and as well as mountain ranges surrounded by. The next one is the Turan Plain. This is a part of northern lowland which is in the south of the West Siberian Plain. To the Siberian Plain, it is in the south. It is around Aral Sea. Aral Sea is closer to Caspian Sea, which is also marked in the map. So this is a region of inland drainage. What do you mean by inland drainage? When usually the rivers drain in sea. But instead, if they drain in a pond or a lake or inside the continent, they are called as inland drainage. So there are two important rivers in Turan Plains. They are Amudarya and Siridarya. They both do not end up in any ocean outside the continent or the boundary of the continent. They end in Aral Sea. That's why this region is called as inland drainage. Now, before we go on for the map discussion, there is a small animation on this northern lowland to ponder on. This animation will help you to know better about this region because it discusses with the map. Shall we look on to the video?
Physiography. The vast continent of Asia, like any other continent, does not have a uniform landscape. There are a variety of physical features that have been classified into these physiographic divisions. The northern lowlands, the central highlands, the southern plateaus, the river basins, the islands. The northern lowlands. It is the northernmost physical division that stretches from the Ural Mountains in the west up to Yablonoi and the Stanovoi Mountains in the northeast. They are bordered by the Arctic Ocean to their north. The hills of north-central Kazakhstan, Mongolia and China lie to its south. The region which is formed by the Siberian and the Turan Plains is the greatest continuous lowland in the world. The three rivers, namely Ob, Yenisei and Lena, that originate in the mountains of Central Asia, flow through this region from south towards north and finally join the Arctic Ocean. As the slope of the land is almost negligible, the rivers flow very sluggishly. During the winter season, the low temperatures result in the freezing of the river mouths. The river water coming from the south is thus unable to reach the sea and spreads over the plains. This results in the formation of a large area of swamps and marshes. The northern lowlands also have an area of inland drainage towards the west. It is formed by the rivers Amu Darya and Sir Darya that drain into the Aral Sea in the Turan Plains. The Caspian Sea that lies towards the west is the largest inland sea.
Hope this animation gave you a good knowledge about the northern lowland. It clearly showed you the rivers flowing and also it showed you the extent of the plains as well as the surrounding region. So go through the content in the slide as well as listen to the animation and the video for more than one time so that you will get thorough of the content. Refer the map attached along with this video and you can do the other markings after other physical divisions have been completed. You can do the questions related to the content. complete the worksheet given. Let us continue with the next physical division in our next module tomorrow. See you, children.